Welcome to Poppy's Poetry Corner. We finally made it to the time where rhythm and blues meets poetry and rhyme. Yep, we on the corner where it's safe to fire up your marijuana. But this room about to get hot as the summer, so you might need something chill like a glass of wine. Water does me just fine. Whatever relaxes your mind and help you recline after what might have been a hump day at work. Put yourself first. Where here nothing has to be rehearsed. Let me put it in reverse. The corner we back to is brought to you by Faith and Hustle. So it's some big hitters in this room, and it's okay to flex your muscle, because we locked and loaded and heavily potent. Nothing corroded about our brain waves. Going back in the days where you could simply walk to the corner to find your muse, or peep out the latest groove. We about to let the energy fill the room so it might get a little wet, or fill you up till you get so high. Because around here, we get praise when your stuff is fire. So let us begin. Welcome to the corner, my friends.
Black girl names can't be translated to other languages. The pronunciation akin to kin, but the spelling like Mandarin. It's yours, sis. Own it. Knighted, crowned, robed by ancestors who said you will be called this, called to twist tongues like bow tie, like curses that bind generations of blackness like a lisp, called to create diasporetic dialects with phonetics and punctuation marks that mark emphasis where your mama put it, where your grandmama, your auntie, or your big mama put it. Our names be meanings that we define. Subliminal messages that be divine like Loretta, and just like the music we created, our names got rhythm, got soul, got blues, got hues like P. Newton, got envy, got gentrification in a chokehold. Our names be that trail along the Underground Railroad that germinated hope, bathed in North Starlight, and grew to greatness on the root of destiny, hidden beneath determination. Cause who got time to quit? We've come too far from where we started from. Our names be reflection, be homage, be stories braided in territorial significance, be the lineage that traveled beyond coastal lines and great divides that tried to drown out our voices. They be unapologetic, unexplanatory, unhinged, unbothered. They say, we are not clay found beneath your feet that you can just play with, step on, over, or mold into an image that wasn't yours to begin with. There is different as the melanin that spills from the rainbow of skin tones that they can't even create a motherfucking makeup foundation for. Black girl names solidify our place in history, even when they try their damnedest to make sure it never existed. They are the mile marker on roads paved in chains, cotton, blood, sweat, and tears, bodies, Negro spirituals, freedom papers, emancipation, water hoses, desegregation, higher education, Black presidents, and Supreme Court justices. So when they ask me my name, I speak with the flooded aggression of caged birds that finally discovered exactly what her wings were made for. I sing with the grace the mockingbird's voice decried upon its slaughter. I perspire purpose that's grown tired of waiting in line for its number to be called. I stand on the shoulders of every single person that linked arm by arm, bent at the knee, and laid down their life so that this poem may be written. And I say loud enough for everyone to hear, with every bit of blackety black that is in me, I am here. Now put some respect on my name and make sure you spell it, not the way you think it should be, but exactly the way that it is.
Sometimes I love you doesn't come with a hug or even the word love. It might be like, go get your black ass in the tub. Yes, you're definitely too young for the club. It's just that tough black love. Those three words didn't always have to be said, but it came out something like, what is going through your head? And if your friends jump off a bridge, you gonna go do it too. My old bird favorite used to be, how many times do I have to say the same things to you? It's going to work every day to keep a roof over your head. Fixing a meal before bed. No words need to be said. It's just tough black love. There might not be too many, you know, you make me proud. But in the right moment, you'll hear, yo, that's my kid out loud. Even through the crowd, you'll hear, run, baby, go, shoot. Tough black love. Sitting you down to let you know their truth. Because you have no clue or idea what your parents really go through when they no longer can do everything for you and they have to share. The late nights they stay up waiting you to get home shows how much they really care. Even though they curse you out the minute you get there, you're unaware that they've been holding their breath, waiting on the piece of their hearts to return. When you're often told, you better watch your tone, or yeah, give me that phone. But the only person that might give you a loan and might not ask for it back. This is the soundtrack of growing up black, and I love you might not come with that. And that's my piece.
I'd like to take you on a journey, one that encapsulates equal parts cautionary tale and divine purpose. You see, this mocha melanated magic is black girl beauty personified. Dripping and seeping from every pore within my bountiful bosom is both intrigue and fantasy. A poet whose poetry is a battle cry for her ancestors. One who has oftentimes been told she's too opinionated, too bold, a disruptor of the status quo, doesn't fit easily into the boxes others try and stifle her in. A little black girl who navigated a tumultuous childhood, one in which she wasn't black enough for the black kids and never would she ever be white. A little black girl with a proclivity towards an elevated vocabulary and precise articulation meant that she was oftentimes accused of having a desired propensity towards whiteness. God forbid she just have a love of books and words. Who do you think you are using all them big words? You sound like a white girl because being black sounds a particular way. That little girl hadn't yet become this beautiful black woman standing before you today, who with my head held high and my shoulders back. Only now can I confidently say to my haters, check it. I'm lyrically gifted, spiritually lifted, poetically inclined to run circles around the linguistically challenged. Study long, study wrong when confronted by my masterfully crafted wordplay. Meant to leave you mentally conflicted and debating my meanings while I artfully saunter into my next verbal masterpiece poem.
I'm dope. Boy, I'm so dope, boy, I can sell every line. But I don't need to ghostwrite to leave y'all with out of body experience. I mean, I can make y'all feel the depth of what I'm writing without the body experience. I'm so dope. Catch me in the neighborhood near you. Infesting the corners, overwhelming the local foreigners. I'm no foreigner to these streets. I mean, I've been on the heights, talked about every song, but if I'm in your car, I could turn you into a stereotype. I'm so dope. I go hand in hand with money, but if the bill withers, you can lean on me. I'm a joint collab of rock and roll and all your favorite rappers rap together. I mean, Jay-Z used me to rock nations, to get out of a hard knock life, and I'm not street. But I flooded them, put the streets on my back, and it's so cracked. If I step wrong, there'll be nothing left. I guess that's why they call this the road to success, because everyone around me looks for a plug, but we don't connect, and I'm so dope. If you're caught with me, you'll get a charge. Now, ain't that an outlet? I've been in a dark place for so long, I can help you get outed. I spit fire, inhale smoke, and rise from the flames. I'm not fiending, I'm Phoenix. Die in reverse just to die in reverse and rise from the ashes to do it all over again. I'm dope. And these bars are starting to sound like bullets to heaven. I mean, you don't have to shoot up to get high no more. Trust me, you ain't never seen these type of heights before. I'm dope. No facade. I'm the reason they see God's face in the same places he's forsaken. I'm the reason that Baltimore looks like a third world country. And no, it's not funny. Being dope is addictive. I mean, it's both the high and the chase, but no one tells you it's also the come down. Or fall from a height you're unfamiliar with, it will feel like flying. And you'll think yourself too much of a hero because of heroin. Don't let these words go in vain. This fall will shatter you, or at the very least leave you cracked. And I'm so dope. All of the pieces I leave behind will spark a revolution. And that's my piece.
When life gave me back talk, I was afraid to talk back, silencing my spirit, internalizing my stress. But when I step to this hill mic, I leave no mics left unchecked. Found my destiny doing open mics, trying to find Lady Tessie. She led me to the water. But Kay taught me how to fish. Hook, line, and metaphors and similes reeling in my purpose. Starving for this artistry shit. I know I make it look easy, but man, I put in on this. I cried through these poems. Essentially, I died through these poems. Resurrected in my third decade as the goddess you see glowing here before you. A band geek reborn immortal. Allowing the frequency of my heartbeat to transmit healing through speaking. I got spoken word in my DNA and poetry running through my veins. That's why I'm so dope. If I ever needed to testify, poetry provided the stage. If I ever needed to cry, pen to pad provided the sage. So with every piece I spit, I'm taking you on a journey to witness the birth of a goddess.
All right, you've seen Elf on the show, but let me tell you about an angel that I saw white wrapped in a white dress, and I'll confess, had me very well impressed at how it made love to her shape. Because man, that dress ate. My eyes left no crumbs as it caught sight of this dinner plate. Because it was love at first bite. The way the light bent around her curves had my nerves going crazy. My eyes were driven down her mountain peaks, trying not to seem so creepy for staring. But let me see you look away from a phenomenon happening. Looking like the creator's perfect experiment, flipping through the dictionary trying to find a perfect compliment, but nothing can really describe this. Because as soon as she took off that jacket, my whole essence got excited. Body couldn't hide it, trying to maintain the composure, yet vulgar words wanted to spew from my tongue. As my mouth was trying to hold back the pressure, but then I burst. Damn, girl. Like the creator knew what he was doing. Said to him, like, shit, God. Okay, sorry for the language, but damn, you created this? Okay, I see what you was doing. Like I said, watch this, and got a couple of sugar plum fairies, added water, flowers, and strawberries, and of course he added some Lowry's. I mean, so I said, oh, so you just gonna make her tasty? He said, absolutely. I mean, of course I had to make sure that she had that seasoning. So I'm just saying, when God was making her, homie was up there cooking. Then he had the audacity to wrap this beauty in an all-white toothpiece, and it definitely had them buttermilk biscuits. And the twist and switch with her hips thought baby girl was over there mixing up some hot chocolate. And from a distance, looking like the land flowing with milk and honey, absolutely stunning, had to step back like, calm down, Georgie. Like, I know you hungry. How good she looks in that outfit, making Georgie shift. Ma'am, you in that dress can get it. So, yeah, you heard of Elf on the show. But have you seen a white two-piece wrapped around some cinnamon sticks? Well, I just did.
Pretty isn't privilege. Pretty has scars of sexual abuse. Pretty is the invitation for people to date you, only utilizing you as a muse. Pretty isn't privilege when your low self-esteem has hit you since your youth. And now, you're all grown up. And now those that used to curb you want you, but this attention seems foreign to you. Pretty is the ugly duckling that saw themselves in the mirror of self-love's view, because when you love you, it becomes quite evident to other people. But pretty isn't privilege. Pretty is your internal fight to continue choosing pretty women that have demons, hidden agendas, and wicked inside. I hate when people tell me I'm too pretty to cry. What? Like, pretty just evaporates all the damage brought by manipulation and lies. Pretty. I told someone that this woman damaged me, and their response was, but damn, she was so pretty. Pretty. Right. Like, pretty. Didn't you hear me say that it took me 4 years to dig her claws out the knife of my back? Pretty. But glamour love spells cast over truth, I guess. Pretty won't always get away with this abuse, but pretty always got away with the murder, and the charge was my old self. But to the judge, she bats her eyes, overturned her sentence, and minimized her time. But Geminis are the mirror sign, and some call us walking karma, and karma don't give a fuck about how pretty you try to hide. Can't imagine how I can deny Pretty. I mean, that's too easy. Most are too shallow, so I wake up the sleeping pretties from their bullshit and deceit reflected on receipts because Pretty isn't privilege. Pretty are societal lies. Pretty isn't the holder of the mirror that examines her wounds and chooses to heal. Pretty is doing for others without expecting an audience or recognition. Remember how Pretty left Cinderella was? Cleaning houses and washing dishes for unworthy people, but at the ball is where she was seen for the first time. Always celebrated in moments when others see what your enemies tried to hide. Pretty isn't privileged when seen through the filters of other lenses. Because pretty can bring you hate. Pretty can bring people scoping to find flaws in you. Because they envy the way that others admire the spirit shining from your flesh. Pretty will have you thinking that you're lacking and comparing yourself when you are truly at your best. Pretty isn't privileged because it hides in a dress. Pretty is your soul's illuminating caress. Pretty for me has always exceeded the human's flesh. Pretty isn't fetishization that turns into humiliation at best. Pretty is a heart of purity and love that can save a nation. Pretty are the children with less but celebrate life the most. Pretty is a man whose heart pumps solid gold because pretty is a woman who committed her journey to recognizing the worth in herself. Because all the other pretties eventually will collect dust on a shelf because pretty isn't privilege. Poem.
Ooh, that's my type of speed round, man. I love when they come through the corner and fire everybody ass up. Foul, foul, foul. It's a drive-by, bitch.
Yeah! Welcome back to another week of Uncut Dopeness. This week, we present My Black Be Beautiful. And yes, y'all are. Y'all are some beautiful motherfuckers. I'm sorry, I got sidetracked looking at all this sexiness in here tonight. You know what I'm saying? I hope y'all day has been the me beat the truck that tried to run me over last week. And I get to kick it with y'all tonight, baby. I'm up like the sun. If you new, thanks for tapping in. Make sure that you hit that subscribe button so you know when we lit. If you PPC, we love you, baby. Thank you for your support every week after week. And based upon this, oh, we definitely too blessed to stress on this corner tonight, y'all. Shout out to PPC, who was also so blessed. They voted that Rewind by LaRon, and we just saw that amazing spotlight by A Symphony. Let's get this show asymmetry. Y'all know I gotta get that right because she explained what it meant and everything. What she say her name right. So that's asymmetry, y'all. But let's get this show on. What you say, Cheryl? What? Oh man, I got you.
Oh yeah, y'all know we up like the sun. Season 3. What you thought? You thought we weren't coming with great poets and books? No. Hold up. They got it all. Let's go.
I have a problem. After 400 years of this institution of oppression, my generation actually believes we're free. Thinking because times have changed that racism couldn't be the same and these...
Yeah, man, that thing was too short and too good. I was over here like, Anthony coming back. Yeah. Okay. Let's go ahead and get this show started before I get too piped up. My first queen discovered the healing power of spoken word and written word art forms and uses them as therapy for her soul. Her poetry is a battle cry for her ancestors, and she uses her platform to destigmatize the problems that she feels is permanent in our society by sharing her own personal journey. She is a competitive spoken word artist, the 2025 Grand Champion of loudmouth poetry. Y'all know I know about them loud mouths, and my baby done broke that trophy at home. Not even including, stop it now, 2024. She's a Vokier. She gonna pronounce that thing right for me, y'all, because y'all know I was over here practicing and still got it wrong. But it's a slam champion and a nationally ranked woman of the world poet. She's a spoken word album called The Essence of Lady K. She is the Break Box Thought Collective Artistry and Residency Fellowship and Poetry, dialect coach of Fresno African American History Museum production for colored girls only. She has published her works in chapter book collection, Consciousness Volume 3, and Say It Louder Volume 2, as well as her own self-published collections of poetry. I stand 10 toes down. Heavy is the pen, words in the healing. Man, a Black woman's soul journey. And tonight, she about to open the journey up on the corner. Tonight, y'all help me welcome Lady Kim.
What's good? What's good? What's good? How you doing?
Because you in the house tonight.
Yes.
How you feeling?
I'm feeling great. Thank you so much for having me. It's been a whirlwind lately. I just came off of my LA book release of my latest collection of poetry right here. I'm so proud of my baby.
Yeah, so where can the people find it? Since we wrote right into the book because you just had a release, you know what I'm saying? Y'all come on, y'all give it up for the queen. I need to see them comments flooding with some congratulations and all of that, because it's not easy to put a book out. Trust me, I know, but mine's coming this year, right?
Yeah.
So where can the people find this wonderful collection?
So in all my social media pages, it's Lady K Poetry across all social media platforms. You can find the link to be able to get both my first collection of poetry, I Stand 10 Toes Down. I just added that extra part. As well as my brand new collection, Heavy as the Pen, Words into Healing a Black Woman's Soul Journey. I'm really, blessed and proud of these two pieces of work. This latest one is definitely my most personal work that I've put out, and I'm damn proud of her. So, yeah.
Show her one more time. Walk her
yes.
out. Yes.
Do you see? Get into these graphics. I did them myself. Y'all see? It's illustrated.
Y'all see the beauty in that book right there. Now she giving us sneak peeks because y'all ain't even seen. She has the words and the artwork. You can't go wrong with the words and the art. So not only do you get to read it, but you get to see the visual of what you're reading. So I absolutely love that. So are we talking corner prices, Queen? Are we talking? If you don't know what a corner price is, that means anything under the 3.5 will get you live. Is it, what's the corner price?
Okay, so it is 15 for
you know dang on well y'all ain't getting no 3.5 and over here, so you know what I'm talking about. You need to get you 2-3 of them in order
exactly
to 3.5,
exactly. I have individual, just specific poems from the book. If if funds is a little tight this week, I got you. You can get individual poems. So I got something for everybody. Truly, I do. Like I said, all of my social media platforms, it has links in there to be able to purchase anything digitally. I'll get it sent right out to you. If you are local out here in Cali, we can make that happen.
Oh, I love it, y'all. I'm always about cutting the middleman off. And guess what? She didn't even name a middleman. I love her. She was like, nope, give me all me.
I am a one-woman show. Right, it all goes right here.
That's what I'm talking about, man. Make sure that y'all support the queen. She don't have one book. She just showed y'all one book. This is the new baby. And this is the one that she said that she done put her all into. So y'all make sure y'all support book 1 and 2. We don't care. $15. Even if they 15 apiece, you're still talking under 30. Get it in, my friends. Let's go.
Absolutely.
All right. So what's the first piece you're getting into for us tonight, Queen?
So I am on this journey of really being transparent and being the most flawed version of myself. I think a lot of times in the Black community, we don't talk about a lot of the things that we go through. And I don't think that we can begin to heal and really feel each other as a community if we don't do that. I am at a point of my life that the next season of change has begun. So this piece that I have, this next piece that I have is about that. Because, as poets, we talk about what we're going through at the time. So it's hitting me a little hard. So I had to talk about it. So this piece is called Dear Perimenopause.
Ooh, girl, my feet was in the freak. Never mind.
Dear perimenopause, oh great, another season of betrayal, as if the first wasn't enough. A barren womb at 13, stamped defective before I knew my worth. Now my body, my traitorous temple shakes its tambourine of hot flashes and hormonal upheaval. Isn't this rich? As if being Black in America wasn't enough cardio for my heart to bear. As if navigating microaggressions at work wasn't the real endurance sport. Now let's add the extra layer, the body everyone loves to judge, but no one wants to hold, plus size, because apparently big is too offensive and beautiful feels like pity. My thighs thick like gospel harmonies, chafe as if they've got beef with each other. While my belly, soft and round as a Sunday hymn, is now a canvas of sweat and stretch marks that I wear like badges of survival. And let's not even get into the bedroom or the lack thereof, because if I was having sex, spoiler alert, I'm not. I'd be I'd be navigating this ever-changing landscape of mostly non-existent desire. Imagine me apologizing for my body's betrayal, for a libido that decided to hit the snooze button indefinitely, questioning my desirability as if the softness of my skin and the depth of my soul aren't enough on their own. I probably whisper, sorry, it's not you, it's me, really, it's me. Because society's got me believing I should apologize for what I can't control, for a dryness that isn't just in my throat, but somewhere far more private and far more public all at once. An ever-changing landscape of peaks and valleys that I once thought I knew so well. Now every day is a new discovery of lost recognition. But don't worry, society still expects me to show up and show out. Like I didn't wake up drenched in sweat, dreaming of freedom from this flesh that is determined to defeat me. I mean, can a plus size girl just have one day without carrying the weight of the world on her shoulders? The irony isn't lost on me. How my womb's silence was once a source of pity, of shame. Now that same silence screams so loudly, I could laugh. If I wasn't crying or sulking, wait, no, pissed off. Sis, why are you so mad? Hell, I don't even know. But I've mastered the art of turning tears into wine, haven't I? A Black woman's alchemy. And let's not forget all the unsolicited advice. Drink more water. Love yourself, queen. Oh, please. I've been loving myself through shame disguised as care, through mirrors that, yes, I know what they see. So here's to this body, this ever-changing, ever-surviving miracle. Let it sag, let it swell, let it rage. I'll still be here. Sarcastic, real, and mostly unbothered. Because if I've learned anything, it's that this skin, this soul, this body can bear the unbearable. And when the storm passes, when the chaos settles, I'll still be standing, fierce, Black, thick as fuck, complicated in every shade of unbreakable. Poem.
What you looking in the mirror and saw me or something? Cause that piece was beautiful, miss. I meant beautiful, beautiful, man.
Y'all, I was over here like this when she was reading that piece for real. I didn't even know. I didn't know which one of you was gonna pop out because all of us was feeling that piece. I've been hot. My feet been in the freezer. I've been not real talk though, queen. I'm telling you, that was crazy and relevant in a mug. My next king, he was like, nah, I don't know. I ain't feeling no hot flashes or nothing, y'all. My next king is a Baltimore native. His poetry is considered both raw and prolific. He uses poetry to both examine and interrogate unique challenges and complexities that the young man faces in the inner city. He was ranked top 5 of Baltimore Grand Slam in 2024. He has also been featured in open mics around the region and completed in slams throughout the United States. But tonight, he here to tear the corner down. So tonight, y'all help me welcome Rick. I don't know why I want to break dance and shit when I say his name, but we doing it. Retro King, how you feeling? I'm good, man. How you feeling tonight?
I feel good. I'm
Oh,
excited.
I'm glad. I'm glad you're feeling good, man. Especially after that speed round. That was my first time really hearing the pen go. So I was like, go, go, go. You know, I'm excited to have y'all on tonight. So let's talk about the book. I know you got it. Let's see this amazing book. Ain't that sexy? The sexiness of the morning after, you guys. You know, it's something sexy about looking at that glow. So how long has the book been out? And let's talk about it. Where can the people find it?
The book has only really been out for 2 days.
Radar release. We have a new author in the motherfucking house. So 2 days. That is incredible, man. I didn't know that. I would have put all kind of confetti around that book. Like, we here, y'all. 2 books dropping out like that, man. That is crazy. So 2 days. Where can the people find it?
You can find it on Amazon, and I know how you feeling about Amazon right now. So I have physical copies. You can always hit me up. And I can mail it to you.
Hey, that sounds great. Are we talking corner prices?
So the prices right now is $20.
That's a corner price, man. Corner price means I would pay upwards of $50 for a poetry book, especially a good poetry book. You get what I'm saying? So if you're talking $15, $20, man, come on, y'all make sure that y'all support the people. Because if you can get you some of that 20, you can get something to go in your brain, y'all, for real, for real. So let's talk about what's in the book. Let's give us a little sneak peek.
So the book, it's filled with grief-filled poems. Poems I wrote while like mourning multiple people in my lives, multiple situations in my lives. Originally it was supposed to be about the mourning and how to get over it. But now it's very heavy into the mourning. I think my next book will definitely be like what happens after all of the mourning. And I know it's very ironic for the name, but this one's very stuck in the mourning.
Oh, I definitely understand. I mourn a lot here lately. So that might be something I need to be picking up, just, you know what I'm saying, to, you know, help myself get it on out. I won't get it on out, you know. And I look forward to the new book on the sunrise after the morning. You know what I'm saying? People don't get it, but you get it. You know what I'm saying? So hearts out to you for all the mourning that you had to do, for all the losses that you've taken, by the way, and special shout out for actually putting your emotions in a book. It's hard to do, and especially for a king. So the fact that you were, you know, transparent sounds like this book is very transparent. So I appreciate you for putting out a body of work that just allows people to see what you were going through, the transformation of coming through the mourning process. So shout out to you for that. What's the first piece you're giving us tonight, King?
The first piece is actually in the book. The first page of poetry in the book.
All right, well, let's do it. Y'all already know I'm gonna hit my little PPC release. Let's go.
Do you see what I see? I live in the wire, a city full of one-ways and dead ends. It ain't no buildings on my block, just pre-ordered coffins. No high-rises, just 6 feet deep. Can you see what I see? Living rooms where no one wants to live. Bedrooms where you're prepared to not wake up every time you prepare to go to sleep. I live in a house where the skeletons in the closet might outlive the one in my body. How do I live when I just want to survive? They call this the hood because it's the last thing you see before death, a symbol of the Grim Reaper, a project that never projected prosperity. Baltimore is filled with drugs and murder, and I hate that I have to write about it. Hate that I have friends who died before they even knew what it was like to live, family who couldn't find any other way out except death. And can't you see what I see? I mean, my city is a ghost story waiting to be written, an autobiography turned eulogy, a ghost town living long enough to raise the dead. And that's my poem. Thank y'all.
Oh man, I see y'all trying to have me in my feels tonight.
And I don't even mind it. You know what I'm saying? So I'm loving that piece right there. Thank you so much, King, for blessing us, man. My next My next queen is electrifying writer, poet, and spoken word artist from the heart of Philadelphia. As a youth, she fell in love with words as a form of expression. Writing has been her source of strength that empowers her calling. Living in her purpose in her free time, the queen mentors the youth. She's also the creator of a safe spaces. Currently, Queen is studying the art of screenwriting and film production. If she could sum it up in her life, she says that poetry is she is the unwritten poetry piece, but together that created a masterpiece. Y'all help me welcome. Y'all might her know as the coldest winter. Nah, y'all help me welcome winter because she cold, baby. She cold.
Hey, thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
How you feeling? How you
I'm feeling good.
That's
I'm feeling good. I'm feeling amazing. Glad to be here.
Yeah, I'm happy to have you here, man. I mean, have you seen what's been going on in this room tonight?
I had no idea what I was walking into.
Yeah, so this is absolutely amazing. So let's get into it. You know, I love the Reach One, Teach One. Absolutely.
Okay.
When I read your bio and I was like, mentor in spare time, that ain't no spare time thing. That's a full-time thing. So let's talk about it. How did you get into mentoring? How did you and what made you get into that as far as especially mentoring the youth?
Working with the youth. So for me, I struggled as a youth. I grew up in the foster care system and I just felt like I was misunderstood. Poetry was something that was given to me. And it's something that I passed off to my son. So I think my first was my son. But other than that, I've always taught the youth. I used to be a martial arts instructor back in Philadelphia, but I started off as a student first. So I like to just gain knowledge and then give it and pass it on to the kids because sometimes their words are lost in translation too.
Big facts. And I feel like that's one of the things. That's why I love that you said that, because sometimes, especially our youth these days, they don't know how to really express themselves. So sometimes it come out in anger because they don't know how to express how they're really feeling. So that's why I said shout out to you for even just taking the time out to even give them certain tools to be able to express themselves in productive ways, because we need that. And we need that, especially these times.
Yes, absolutely. And I definitely know what it feels like to be a teen and not be able to, or even younger than that, and not be able to express myself correctly. You know, being in foster care youth, you know, not exactly aging out, but being too old to want to even be adopted. You know, you could feel discarded. So yeah, for sure. For sure.
That part. So So again, everybody knows that writing is therapeutic. You know what I'm saying? So we all use writing in a way that helps us in some kind of way, shape, form, or fashion. And the fact that you're actually using it to give back to your community in Philly, shout out to you. You know what I'm saying? Y'all, how can people that, because I know a couple people in Philly and a couple programs that I would love to get you involved in as well. My Tiki Taki family, they do big stuff out in Philly. I know one queen that helps, you know, domestic violence and help women escape certain program, you know, get out of certain situations. And she has a whole program for it. So I know that is one person that I would love to connect you with, because if she's getting these women out of here, there's no telling what those kids are going through or how those kids are feeling. So just to have an outlet. So how can how do people get in contact with you?
So I mean, I'm not in Philly right now, but that's my hometown, and I've always wanted to give back and go back to Philadelphia and bring something, because right now I'm in Cali. The best way for right now, because I did take a hiatus, I just needed to do it just for my soul peace. So I put majority of my projects on hold, but I'm working on them now. But if you want to follow me, right, I believe you can see it underneath my name, is my Instagram is Winter with the Y, WYNTER_888. Or you can follow me on the social media platform of TikTok, which is Winter WYNTER, the letter T, and then 888.
You make sure you put that in the group, because Winter, I don't know if we following each other, but we will be after tonight.
Yeah. Winter _888. Yep, that's going to be my Instagram. But yeah, and then just if I have anything, I'll make sure that I go ahead and I post that onto my Instagram and my TikTok.
All right. Well, welcome back. I will say welcome back. Sometimes we need that hiatus. So welcome back to the scene. Take your time, making sure that you have you right first before you can help anybody. You always got to put the mask on. Who first? You first. So I appreciate the fact that you took that mental break for yourself. What's the first piece you're going to give us tonight?
The first piece that I'm going to give you guys tonight is Hood Whistleblower.
Uh-oh, we blow the whistle. Get out of here. Shout out to all my big friends. I see y'all in the building. Let's go.
Since I was 9, I began to pay attention to my surroundings in this environment called the hood. I saw the destruction before I saw the beauty in the struggle. Abandoned buildings and drug addiction, block parties and baby showers, gunshots, funerals followed by graduation. If that doesn't describe my Black experience, both pain and joy. See, I taste the ingredients to destruction. Law enforcement waiting by those Philadelphia subways while Black youth laugh and joke hopping on public transportation. I pull back my Walkman headphones to see if anyone is catching this vibration of this blatant contradiction. This shit only happens in my community. For a moment, me and the officer, we connect glances and I drop my eyes out of fear of being targeted. I'm the hood whistleblower. I'm calling out everyone's bullshit and urban contradictories. Education. The school book's still outdated in Black public schools since the 80s. But when I went to Catholic school, you can smell the fresh ink off of the textbook, but archdiocese teachers make less than public. Something just doesn't add up, like racism on the SATs. I mean, look it up if my words taste unseasoned, and I bet you'll be salty. And you can look that up in the Urban Dictionary. The irony and the disparity of education, the education programs that got pulled from schools that were built on the foundation to uplift Black youth, giving them a better path that doesn't lead them to a morgue. So why take it out? Hood whistleblower. I'm calling out everyone's bullshit and urban contradictory. They want the chances of success to be slim to nothing. Then I remember the summers our basketball courts on the corner of my block were taken by cops. I mean, good job, Blue. I mean, did they polish your star? Because that summer I cried because basketball was my first love. And that summer, a lot of youth died. For an idle mind will do idle things. George Zimmerman. No wonder Trayvon Martin is a reflection of many faces. The reason that my hood PTSD gets triggered when I walk down any street in America. Hood whistleblower. I'm calling out everyone's bullshit and urban contradictory. Dear Black police officers. Dear Black police officers, stay in our communities as protection and redirection and throw the youth some political game. Stop gatekeeping this destruction, knowing that at 14, you can't tell if you are being frisked illegally. Young Black youth, you have my loyalty and my sympathy. But don't seek this empathy in the cornermen that convince you to throw your life away because they did, making you take a felony while he snitched. Hood whistleblower, I'm calling out everyone's bullshit and urban contradictory. I mean, how ironic that I do this poetry piece on a Wednesday. Philadelphia natives know exactly how Hop Out Wednesday played out. Something like this. You're chilling on a block with your friends and then the police pull up and they make everyone face the wall. They never searched me. But from my angle, I was on a plantation defeated because I felt their integrity die as I looked my friends in their eyes while they were being searched against their legal right. What were they searching for? Freedom papers? How can such a happy moment turn into demise? I mean, good job, boys. You cracked the case or proved the point, the war on Black skin, but I was kissed with this melanin. But the treatment that I see is the greatest sin. So let me go within. See, I stayed quiet in my community so long that they felt that I had nothing to give value until I poured into my son and you heard him speak. But Dr. Maya Angelou taught me how to take my trauma and make it my own mantra. And it won't end with this poem because I am the hood whistleblower and I'm calling out everyone's bullshit and urban contradictory. Peace.
Growing up, I learned a lot of my knowledge on the corner, and tonight ain't no different, cause boy, you just spit that right there. That's what I call some knowledge right there. Talk about facts.
Yo, no cap. I'm about to run that one back. The whistleblower? Psh, we need to put some whistles on a lot of mother. Never mind. My next king, y'all. My next king is not just my my brother in poetry, but he's also the Earth Day king. So y'all already know what I'm gonna say. Y'all need to flood them comments because he's spending his birthday right here with PPC. So y'all know we finna be too turned up. The professor, he spits unique poetry that can go left or right. Might be sad, might a little bit lonely, but 9 times out of 10, he's just gonna be funny as flick. But his favorite to write is inspiration and erotica, y'all. So y'all help me welcome Marielle, Shinobi of poetry. And yep, you gotta say the whole thing like a Tribe Called Quest or a pimp named Slickback. And y'all, tonight we gonna just say welcome, Sensei, Mr. I'm Not Toxic, my Hey, Georgie.
That's good. That's good.
Yo, bro, what's going on?
Not much. Not much. Appreciate all the birthday wishes and stuff. Konnichiwa. Konnichiwa.
Yeah, man, why not? You turn up for PPC so much on and off this screen, even when you not on here. So you know I'm finna big you up. Because if y'all go back and watch damn near every show we have, you gonna see Sensei on that thing. Even if it's for 5-10 minutes, I don't care. He come in and he gonna show some love. So tonight, y'all make sure that y'all show him some love because he deserved all that in a bag of chips. Yeah. Now we appreciate you. No, seriously. You have been holding me down. I see some other names in here too, Rare. You know what I'm saying?
Drip gang.
Yeah. So celebrating tonight with us is amazing. You just did a show at the Circle last night for your Earth Day. Went in there and turned that up. See, you did Tiffany's Playhouse before. Man, tell us where you've been out here in these streets, because you've been in these poetry streets, sir.
Man, I've been out here poetically dying. Going from mic to mic, getting greasy and shaking my ass with this poetry. That's what I be doing. But yeah, no, I've been I just got finished doing Tiffany's Playhouse the week before, and then last night at the Circle. Man, shout out to everybody who be at the Circle and stuff like that. But it was dope, man. Like I felt a lot of love. People showed up, showed out, and had another one of my favorite features on there, like actually spitting. So it was good. Then I was like, you know what? I got this feature tonight. I remember you asked, and I was like, you know what? My birthday fall right on a Wednesday. Let's do it on a Wednesday. I got to.
We're going up on a Wednesday.
On a Wednesday.
And if y'all want to see the king, you know what I'm saying? I'm going to drop it hard. If y'all want to see the king, man, March 29th, the king will also be featured on Sensual Saturdays with the one and only Jay Simone and Walking Erotica. Y'all, he going to come in there and tear that thing up. You know what I'm saying? It's at a new secret location. We litty. We got a lot of stuff that's going to be going on in the background. We got goodies. We got all kinds of blow it, sir. I can't wait to see you, sir. I can't wait.
Just try to get pull up.
Pull up. If your pull-up game is strong, you don't want to miss this King's feature, March 29th, Sensual Saturdays. Make sure that y'all tap in, man. Y'all gonna want to be there. So King, what's the first piece you're giving us tonight?
All right, I ain't gonna do nothing erotic. I want to do something fun. Or whatsoever. So, another one of my titles is being petty. So, I'm thinking I'm gonna be petty. I haven't been petty on your show yet, so I'm gonna be petty.
Well, let's get petty then. I like petty. I'm out of here.
I'll admit, for a while, I ain't quite been so petty. And what's crazy is this is something that they always used to call me. But see, now I'm finna get out of retirement to get back into the scene. And so now I present to y'all King Petty. I hope you become a millionaire with 8 figures, but you find out everyone around you was nothing but gold diggers. I hope you become a champion at spades, but you can never find anyone that knows how to play. I hope your yoni still tastes as great as I remember it, but you fall in love with a man that's allergic to the juices of your orgasmic substance. I hope you get booked at nothing but paid shows and your artistry career is nothing but successful. It's jam-packed because all your tickets were sold, but your seat stays full of your poetry hoes. I hope one day you start to hate the taste of sushi, but it heightens your need to work on yourself physically. But annually, you start to get these intense urges to eat nothing but spaghetti. And that one's on me because, see, I'm being petty. There's low key, I like a good plot twisting scheme. So I hope you succeed in all your traveling and you get the window seat. But you can never sightsee because it's always cloudy, but at least you get to see the world. But your boo thing's always working, so it ends up just being you and the girls. I hope you get tired of always going to the beach and you get used to the sand being in between your feet. And it becomes a normal thing to see the moon rising over the sea, but unfortunately it's during an Arctic breeze. I hope while you traveling, you get bit by a spider. But you went in the hospital for only a couple of hours because it wasn't even venomous. You just panicked. And your overthinking caused you to become dramatic. I hope you make a super big ass sandwich, but it becomes too much for you to manage. And there's no one to split it with because you've been working out, you've been on point with your diet. I hope you get diagnosed with ADD, so you know what it's like. You know what it's like to live exactly like me, but you end up hyper focusing on the things that bring you nothing but peace, and you get too caught up in your tranquility. I hope you get that perfect hairstyle. You know, the one to be breaking nets and be dropping mouth, but then at night your man splits it out because he couldn't resist blowing your back out. I hope y'all are so in sync that your Bluetooth gets staticky. And I hope there's so much heat in between the seats that once a week you gotta buy a new AC. I hope whenever you're wondering if you should do something crazy, you start to think of me. But then you hate me just enough that you don't do anything petty. I hope every so often you hear a catchy song and it gets stuck in your head like dum dum da da dum. And then anytime you look up at the moon, you start to hear it at random. I hope you get so much peace that at times chaos becomes tempting. And I hope every piece of candy that you eat tastes like gummy sharks from Menchie's. I hope your abundance starts to overflow and you start to get anxiety because you can't decide if this is real or you're living out your wildest fantasy. I hope you get super wealthy, but you can't quit because you got 4 more years left into your retirement. I hope you get sick because you spent all your gift certificates on Red Lobster biscuits. I hope the juiciest situation happens, but you missed it because you was too damn busy minding your goddamn business. I hope every time you start to feel lonely, you get a random text that says, call me. But then you reject the idea, but then you hear your phone ring because it was being petty. But then you get anxiety and you're not sure how you react, but then you hear Konnichiwa, welcome back. But then you panic and then overreact. That's the piece.
Ooh, man, that was so good. I almost blew out a rainbow.
Yep, brought to you by CapCut. And sir, I don't even like you because now that's gonna be stuck in my head for the rest of the night. If y'all don't know the song, it's an actual circle song, and it was like, never mind, because I'm gonna start my stuff, bro. I love that song though, but I don't like you right now. You petty, real petty. Hey, my next queen is my cousin and them. She's a nationally renowned sensual spoken word artist, singer, plus size model, and podcaster. She uses her pen and pad to explore her heart, spreading the goddess experience to the world while leaving others in awe with her transparency. She was born and raised in Miles Point, y'all, and carries the essence of her city, rich heritage with her to the moon of Miles Point. She's a member of Black on Black Rhyme, Step to the Mic Poetry Truth, the 2020 Network LLC, both Mobile and Mobile, Alabama, just to name a few, man. Queen has great stages from Mississippi, Alabama, Florida, Georgia, Louisiana, baby. That come from my brother MBK right there, and South Carolina, and touches souls all across the world virtually. Her album entitled Ebony Speaks is a collection of work written after witnessing the goddess industry energy of the late Lady Tess. And her book, Worth the Wait, which I got my copy, y'all, and it was definitely worth the wait. You hear me? Serves as a, she already don't have to tell me the name. I know it got something to do with some Harry Potter. You know what I'm saying? Because I done heard the name before, but I ain't gonna mess it up tonight. Acknowledging the darkness of her past while enjoying the journey into her bright future. This woman warrior works and worth leaves a path of poetry and purpose extending worldwide. But tonight she on the corner, baby, and it's the one and only my cousin and them, Ebony, the goddess, queen.
Hi, everybody.
Hey,
Hi.
how you doing tonight?
I'm good, you know.
Nah, you great. You more than good. You great over there. I see it. Yeah. Know what I'm saying? So let's talk about it. Worth the wait, man. Worth the wait. That's one of the first books that I got that was signed, y'all. And she signed it just for me. So I appreciated that. You know what I'm saying? So let's talk about it. Where can the people find the book?
So the book is actually available on Amazon for $25. I'm gonna tell y'all they be taxing, so just get it from me. Go to my website. It's right here, my little thing. You see, say Ebony the Goddess, THA, not THE, because I'm country as fuck with the get the gab. GODDESS.com. And this is the book right here. It is entitled "Worth the Wait," as she said.
Ooh,
And
it's sexy.
yeah, she is. That's me right there. Oh yeah.
I was waiting for you to say that, girl. So
But
y'all
yeah,
heard her. Cut the
definitely if y'all
middleman
get,
out.
huh?
Right to Ebony. Cut the middleman out. Go right to Ebony and get the book. That 25. You still gonna get live with that 25, but guess what? She gonna sign that copy for you. And you can't
And
get
I'ma
it no
ship it.
better than that. You know what I'm saying? So make sure that y'all tap in. We got some wonderful authors in the house tonight. Let's talk about this album. Cause you know, one of my joints, I rolled that thing out last year, y'all, was Headliner. Woo! Ebony Speaks. That album had me on go every day, y'all. And I ain't telling y'all no lies. If you go on Poppy's Poetry Corner right now and go under my music, you're gonna see Ebony stuff pop up because it was part of my morning inspiration, baby. I showed up like the headline everywhere I went. I was in that thing thinking I was the joint. You know what I'm saying? So I appreciate her. And now she has some new stuff that's coming. That's coming. So how does that feel? How does that feel working on the new album?
Oh, it's stressful.
That's okay. That's
I
okay.
ain't even fit a lot to you, baby, because a book is easier because it's just written words. But when you have to be conscious of the vibe that you putting out, the intentionality in the words, actually how you're spitting, the tonality that you're spitting in, the cadence, like it's so many different things. And you gotta pay more people for an album than you do for a book. Like it's just so much the but at the end of the day, God has given me not just a powerful message, but a powerful voice, and I do want to share that with the world. So I honor him every time I share it. So I'm gonna go ahead and be obedient. You know what I'm
That
saying? And
part.
what I'm being led to do. And two of my most popular tracks, Grandma's Hands is gonna be on this one, and Altar Call. So I've been to do that poem somewhere everywhere. Somebody had me come all the way to Missouri just for those two poems. So I'm finally about to get it out. Everybody that be like, how do I get Grandma's Hands? It's coming. Just be patient. And when you get it, I guarantee you gonna see. It just took a little, I had a full vision for it. So it took a little minute to manifest it, but it's coming, people. It's coming.
Hey man, and those are two powerful pieces. If y'all have ever seen the Queen rock those pieces out, I've had the honor of watching her in a plenty of times. And every time I hear a new line, y'all. Every time I hear something new out of those pieces. So I appreciate my cousin and them. You know what I'm saying? And cousin, is we giving out this sneak peek tonight?
Yeah, you can get a sneak peek. Yes,
Okay,
yes.
so we gonna do that, y'all. We gonna do it right now. Y'all
Oh,
niggas got to wait. You got to wait. Do not go nowhere. We doing some sneaky peeking later on in the show. You know what I'm saying? So what's the first piece you giving us tonight, cousin?
well, actually, the album that I'm getting ready to release this year is entitled Ebony Listens, and I wanted to do the poem that is actually the centerfold for that particular album. So this is Ebony Listens.
Nah, y'all know because y'all know I'm coming with my sneak peek later. So let me get out of here and do what Ebony does and listen.
Tell me about your day. Tell me how many times you've had to suppress your emotions. How you have to bait your masculinity daily just to ensure that you make it home to me. Make sure that we'd be able to make ends meet. How you smile so much through your frustrations that you have no smiles left for me. It's like your soul can't breathe. Forever dying for affection from a woman that only knows how to knock fire from your ass. Brought into this world to be brought into this world, living day to day, prepared to be taken out. Never knowing when Uncle Sam will repay mama's debt for every whooping deferred. Building a ball of rage in the pit of your stomach, the same size as your daddy. Having to be twice the man of a nigga that wasn't even fit to be a father. No space vacant to unpack the trauma. Unafforded the opportunity to be sick and tired, all while serving the same food your mama forced you to finish at dinner time. I see you, black man. Battered and bruised from a mother's lack of support, lack of appreciation, lack of love. Dehydrated from emotions you were conditioned to suck up, repressing your need to be held for the appearance of manliness, conserving your sweet kisses and tender touch for your offspring, scarred by women who never really saw you, merely blinded by money, status, and security. The stereotypical attributes of what a real man is was created by women who don't desire a man to lead, supreme in their own toxic masculinity. But this poem is for every brother that works a job he hates to answer his call of duty, only to find solace in video games, an alternate reality where he takes his rightful place as God. See, white collars, unlike nooses, weren't created with black necks in mind. So we're changing them black. Mourning the struggles engorged by systemic oppression, cutting the cord wrapped around the nape of blackness kind, suffocating our respect for you, birthing a new way of seeing you, finally acknowledging the God that resides within you, the power your stride exudes, catches the eye of everyone you pass by. Viewed as sex symbols, only to be reviewed in black bags, wearing diamonds and gold, resembling the riches that was stolen, bronze skin beaming the light of the world from your ebony eyes. Black man, you are divine. The woolly locks they dread are merely follicles, radiating with spiritual antennas to higher consciousness. Naughty boy, we eat up your fresh cornrows. Much like God's Son, you are the center of our solar system, the flame of fire shining bright on a world that views your illumination as expendable. And to think that we've allowed our black men to feel that masculinity and vulnerability are mutually exclusive. So tell me your deepest, darkest secrets. How you long to be a better man than your father. How you feel enslaved by our expectations of what a man has to be. Black man, you are allowed to cry. Black man, Ebony's listening. Speak.
Loving you is easy 'cause you're beautiful. Yeah.
Yeah, you king, you are absolutely beautiful. And that piece was beautiful. Thank you so much to Goddess for showing love to the kings out here, because not many do it. But we love when real queens stand behind a real queen. So let's get it, man. Y'all know we finna spin this block right fast, man. This has been absolutely amazing, guys. Let's bring Lady K back up. Queen, how you feeling? How you feeling? You know, the night been going on. Let me get to it. Because I'm trying to tell her before she get to it, and all that good stuff. Where is it?
You just gave yourself your own rewind, because we want to hear what you got to say too. But you got to unmute it so we can hear what you heard, what you said when you said it.
Yeah.
All right.
There it is, whoop, there it is, you know what I'm saying? Because you was mutated, and I be loving. I be trying to get to that flyer, yo. I be trying. Sometimes I just say it because I can't get there fast enough. So thank you for allowing me to play my flyer. So how you loving it tonight, man? How you feeling?
Man, I just, a big part of me getting, I've been doing spoken word and poetry since I was a kid. I come from 3 generations of maternal English teachers, so words and poetry are in the blood. Also criticism and critique, but we move. And I just really enjoy like the art of poetry. Like I honestly, more than I enjoy my own pieces, I love hearing everybody else's journeys and stories. I think a lot of times, if we one thing that I've been able to do is realize how similar we all are. And I've been able to do that because I'm in so many spaces, listening to so many different human beings and their journeys and their experiences. And I think if we could all do more of that, that would bring us closer together instead of us being so divisive, because we would realize that we have more in common than we think we do. So poetry for me has just been a beautiful expression of community, and just really getting to know some really dope human beings that I don't think outside of these type of creative spaces you really get to experience. And I'm sorry for you if you don't. You need to go into these spaces because you'll be blessed each and every time.
So true. You ain't never told no lie. I detect no lie. Like that last poem she did, y'all. I didn't detect no lies in that poem. I was silly. Now I ain't gonna get back on it. It's serious, y'all. It's real.
Absolutely.
So yeah, but thank you for blessing us tonight, y'all. I'm gonna throw her under the bus a little bit too, because she got these wonderful tumblers we're selling, guys. Yes, we do. We have these wonderful tumblers. Yep, the Lady K tumbler. We even have the boom. You know what I'm saying? Because she knew I was coming, so she went on and scrolled on down and
We've
stuff.
got broadsides, each individual pieces of poem. We have stickers that are available. We have my first collection of poetry. I stand 10 toes down. And then, of course, my latest collection. I'm already working on my third collection of poetry. It is called The Duality of My Dichotomies. So we out here working, baby.
And I ain't gonna be able to say it when she come back on the show, y'all. So y'all remember that name, because she coming back and we gonna talk about it. But y'all make sure that y'all tap in. She got so much merch over there. She has just we push it.
Wait. Hold on. We got one more.
What else we got?
We got tote bags.
Tote bags for your book. Don't play
Yeah,
with her.
and also this is for my spoken word album called The Essence of Lady K. When it came out, I did this tote bag in commemoration of that. So yeah, coffee mugs. Yeah, I got it all. We got it all over here. Just hit me up.
B-O-B. Make sure that y'all tap in. If y'all don't know, we on strike, but we gonna talk about that in a minute. What's the second piece you giving us tonight, though, Queen?
So, like I said, I really want to be more transparent. As a plus size Black woman, there are so many stereotypes and stigmas that we go through, of how people expect us to show up in the world. And I just want to be as transparent as possible, because a lot of times you see the most perfect version of people in these social media, snapshots that you get. And I really just wanted to be a little bit more vulnerable, expose, how, while yes, I am confident, I'm a plus size woman all day, every day, and I ride for that confidence, it needs tending, it needs care. It's not something that comes naturally to me every day. And I don't want, when you see something on social media, you to think that everybody always has it together, because 10 times out of 10, they don't. And there's much more behind the scenes. So this piece I'm gonna do is called The Ripest Fruit. And it's really about that journey.
All right, do me a favor if we can. Let me pull your camera down. Just say tinka dinka dinka ding boom. Boom, right there. I'm trying to tell you because I want to be able to see you when you're talking. You know what I'm saying? Just, we want to get that full screen. So thank you so much for that. Hey, y'all, don't be asking me why I put my own thing up when she said, plus size. I like it. I'm big in here. You better stop trying to get out.
And you know what? It's more, I'm gonna start the poem right now, but it's more to like, it's everybody goes through those type of body image issues, whether it's on the plus size side or whether you're thinner, it's the same thing. So this piece right now is called The Ripest Fruit. I was born honey thick, a body full of summer's promise, hips like ripe mangoes, arms soft as the flesh of a peach. But in my family's kitchen, love came with a knife, peeling, slicing, paring me down to what they thought was easier to swallow. My mother led the carving, trimming herself to fit into frames that were never built for us. She wore depression like a virtue, sipped on self-denial like fine wine. She looked at me, saw the fullness of my bloom, and mistook my roots for weeds. Said she didn't want me to suffer like she had, that the world would never be kind to a body like mine, but I heard the tremblings beneath her warnings. She was never overweight, just weighed down by someone else's idea of beauty, a European ghost whispering that her curves were curses, that her worth was measured by what she could disappear into. And yet here I stood, unapologetic, round, and radiant, loving myself in ways she never could. Maybe that's what stung the most, that I dared to cherish what she had spent a lifetime trying to erase, that I let my body exist without wars. But some days the war finds me. Some days the mirror is cruel and I trace the outlines of my body like an apology. Some days I feel the weight of my skin like an anchor, but you wouldn't know that to look at me. I move like melted butter, smooth, effortless, golden, dripping confidence in the way my hips sway. In the way my laughter rings, ripe and unbothered, I wear my softness like silk. Drape myself in colors that sing against my skin, make them believe that I have never, not once stood in a fitting room, swallowed down the sting of a size that once fit, now snug, and felt my confidence curdle like milk left too long in the heat. It's an uphill climb every day. If not every day, then every other, a battle waged in whispers. You are enough. You are enough. You are enough. My reflection listens, nods in agreement, sometimes looks away. I know I need to find a love for my body that does not feel like defiance. Like a fig splitting open under the sun, too full of sweetness to hold itself together, but I am trying. Every day I am trying to love myself in all my stages, the bloom, the bruises, the overripe sweetness of a body that has carried so much but still refuses to be discarded, so I hide. Tuck my beauty in the back of the fridge where light never touches it, where confidence turns cold, where fear makes something once so golden turn dark, soft, and wasted. But I am done letting their eyes turn my joy to doubt. I am not overripe. I am bursting. I am lush, alive. And if they cannot stomach my sweetness, if they cannot fathom how I feast on self-love without gagging on their guilt, then let them starve on a love so decadent it drowns their judgment, but still the weight of it all lingers. The tightrope between self-love and self-doubt, the way my confidence needs tending. Constant watering, daily sun, pruned of every whispered insecurity. Before it can take root, I wake up and drape myself in assurance. Slip on poise like a second skin, where my curves like a gown spun from gold. I let the world taste only the nectar. Never the seeds buried beneath of hesitation buried beneath, because they only love the fruit when it's flawless, when it fits neatly in their hands, when it is sweet but never too much, when it is ripe but never past its prime. They do not ask about the storms that bent the branches, the hands that tried to pluck me before I was ready, the ways I have had to ripen in darkness, learning to love a body that has been both praised and punished for just taking up space. They see the way my dress clings, the way my smile blooms effortless, the way my head stays high, and they do not know the war I fight to keep from unraveling. That some nights I run my hands over my stomach, thighs, arms, and wish for the certainty I pretend to carry. I step out into the world like I belong in it because I do. Because even when my confidence wavers, even when I shrink in the mirror, even when the old voices return, I remind myself I am not made to be palatable. Not made to be carved down to comfort, not here to make myself smaller so they can feel bigger. I was born honey thick. Born of mango and peach, of flesh that bruises but does not break. I am the harvest and the hands that gather it, the feast and the hunger that follows. And if they cannot stomach my sweetness, if they choke on the richness of my love for myself, then let those who question it, even when that someone is myself, let them all starve. Home.
Man, I hope your ass ain't broke, cause that was a stack. Okay, well, maybe it was 100. Okay, well, you kept it a buck, man.
Oh, she kept it more than a buck in that piece right there. And the self-love. Ooh, you know what I'm saying? Oh, sorry, Shim came out. Keep it going. Retro.
What's up?
What's going on? How you feeling, man? I know you've been in the back, and our good old study back there. How you liking the show so far?
I love it. I have not been in a show with online with so many dope artists. I feel like this is the first for me, and I'm really excited for it.
Yay, let's go, PPC. Y'all heard that? You know what I'm saying? Brought to you by the one and only AK. She been hooking it up lately. So let's show that beautiful book one more time. We push it. We promoting 2 days old, guys. It's only 2 days old. So y'all make sure that y'all support, and more support. You do have copies though, right?
I'm supposed to get physical copies Monday.
Oh, okay, well, he got copies. Y'all go ahead and put some orders on in, and then we going and we lit, right? So that is absolutely amazing. So what's the second piece that you're getting into tonight?
Okay, the second piece is very personal to me. It's one of my favorite poems. It's called Broken Rings. I hope y'all like this.
Oh, we gonna love this, man. You have been throwing some fire out here tonight. Thank y'all. Y'all know I'm gonna get out of here and let the king speak.
I was told that you could tell a tree's age by the amount of rings it has. I'm not sure if that's a lie, or some trees just be aging backwards. Y'all, my family tree, it doesn't have a lot of rings in it. I mean, my grandfather never married my grandmother. And I think that's where the root of the problem is. The first ring was never properly formed. My grandfather became a cottonwood tree. You know, the type of tree to spread his seed with the wind. Translation. My grandfather had a second family away from his first one, but he was far from absent. I mean, he be a tree tall enough to be seen by both sides of the family, and I'm not sure how this affected my father, but he has never married my mother. Just a collaboration that birthed a burden. I wonder how the broken branches could ever support the fruit they bear, and I'm scared that one day I too will have a child out of wedlock. Proof the bad apples can only support bad apples, and honestly, I mean, that's better than being strange fruit. But what happens when the tree is dying or aging back into non-existence? I grew up with my aunt and uncle. They would argue so much. I used to believe my family tree would lose more years. All the pressure built from their fights would cause the ring to break. My uncle has caused parts of my family to split apart, and my aunt just doesn't know how to welcome them back. Y'all, my family tree has lost so many years, I'm afraid it will end with me. All the generational trauma will poison the seed, and I'm not trying to dig up dirt on my family, but I am trying to leave enough space to replant myself. I've learned that when a tree loses a branch, it's almost as if it's de-aging. That you could replant a tree branch and start a new tree. The new roots can grow from the parts cut off. The only problem with that is it will grow to be an exact copy of the parent tree. So even if I have a family of my own, there's no guarantee that the problem won't stem from the same roots. And honestly, I want my family tree to be a willow, a symbol of mourning, of rebirth, of the endurance of love and family, because I love my family, just not the way we're growing. Y'all, the funny thing about trauma, fertilizer is, even though it helps you grow, they'll never tell you about the shit you go through. But I've learned you can tell a tree's age by the amount of rings it has. And my family tree doesn't have a lot of rings in it. I just hope. That means we still have space to grow.
Boy, I feel you on that shit. That gave me chills. Ooh, wait. Hey.
Yo, that really did give me chills. I don't know what I expected when the king started the poem. Hey, Kay. You know how we do it. I don't know what I expected when the king started the poem, but I definitely didn't know it was going to go down that route. And I can see why that poem is so close to him, man. That was a hitter. And whew, yeah. Made me think too. Y'all already know we're going to keep this thing on going, man. Let's get it. Winner. You know, I want to play that fly. I was going to say, you know, you music.
No. I was like, something told me like I knew I was next.
Yeah. So this has absolutely been an amazing night for me. I hope you have been enjoying yourself as well. Y'all been spitting in this thing tonight, man, for real. Man. Yeah. So what's the second piece you're giving us tonight?
The second piece for tonight is one of my favorites. It's called Energy Don't Lie.
Oh, and it dang sure don't. Oh, I be feeling the strength come off of them, man. I'm out of here.
Telling you,
Don't lie. And neither does energy. You heard me? Let's go.
And I'm telling you. That secret wasn't so secret when your pillow talk became public view. Honestly, I wish that I trusted my intentional, energetic thoughts of you. You know that feeling that you can't shake? The look in your eyes, see, energy don't lie. The presence of a soul so empty that it consumes everything around it. Feeling my joy slipping after your presence. A problem bumped you and your mask fell off. And later you told me the face that was exposed was never yours, that I misidentified you. But it was you all along. The dead silence due to me speaking of my future endeavors, you know, your face never showing general pleasure. Energy don't lie. My inspiration shed light on your darkness. Now I understand why you departed so quickly. Before that, mimicking and imitating me, such weird energy when my soul's purpose was just to inspire. But see, you were in secret competition when all I wanted to do was uplift you. But you just couldn't be you because you didn't know how to. Switching sides like a controller, you attempted to control me. Unaware of the beast that resides in me, it took me years to come to this calm tide. And yet you believe that you can surf and ride on my waves. See, energy don't lie. Rocking the boat of your illusions, I tapped into your lower frequency. And today, a good friend asked me, what was I made out of? My reply summed up to pain and ancestral love. See, energy is the frequency that we all vibrate on. Every word, every song, the chill that floats on your bone, the heat behind your neck when you sense hate. The fear-based energy I felt in your space, beating down every idea, finding things to make you superior to me, unaliving all of my dreams. What a nightmare sharing beds with my enemy. I felt the toxic energy. See, energy don't lie, even when you speak with candor. I felt your backstabbing and your slander, so no explanation needed. No more guilt. I break all ties, live the karma you deserve wishes and goodbyes because energy don't lie. And that's that piece.
Man, that was so good. It made my hair stand up and stuff. Ooh, I love me some poetry that speak to my soul.
Facts, because energy don't lie. Believe that. Y'all already know we about to bring the earthy boy back on. Marielle Shinobi poetry. And hell yeah, say the whole thing. Now, this time I'm used to seeing the king right here. Now he looking about like himself. We must be in the whip. You know you mutated.
I See, I caught it right before.
There it is,
You
because
know?
I was looking. I was over here like, you mutated. So I'm going to the flyer. Yo, let's get it. So, what's the second piece you're giving us tonight?
All right. Well, I'm about to go ahead and show you why they call me the sensei. So, you already know where it's gonna go.
Uh-oh, it's about to get a little stick. Never mind. I'm gone, y'all. Ooh.
All right, here we go. Look at you. Shaking. Body over there quaking. I know I done touched your spine, so ain't no way you faking. Taking your soul to different places. Got you looking like Mystique the way you changing the face and got you drenched. Like you been baptized by a preacher. Pussy high and ready. And now you having little seizures like pizza. But you make me mushy. So I'm finna get like Trump and grab you by the poetry. Tying our souls, tying our streams of DNA to knit together to make baby skin sweaters. Get it? Baby skin sweaters. Whatever. I'm just saying we go together like Michael Jackson and Thriller, like Bill Cosby and sweaters, like R. Kelly and How to Catch a Predator. Okay, like a Tyler and Instagram filters. Baby, I'm just saying without you was like Wu-Tang Clan making cream, but without Ghostface Killer. I mean, it was good, but it could have been better. But see, I'm feeling generous. I want to water your flowers using my sentences. I mean, you're looking for ecstasy, look no further. I mean, you need that fix, I got you. You can leave that rose on the charger. Like, fuck daddy. I'm going to have you screaming father because I woke up and chose death. So that makes me one happy martyr. Because, see, I'm trying to be your starter, like a 98 Vince Carter, and leave you with two options, a son or a daughter. But now that I got your pussy under my command, there's a few things that I want to demand. I want your back arched at 90 degrees. I want my DNA and my spit all in your ovaries. I want to show my kids where the air is sweet. So do you mind if I turn your throat into Sesame Street and count your nuts like 1, 2, 3? 3 is the number that she shall receive. 1 with the hand and 2 with the tongue and 3. 3 should be with Georgie. And now that your climax has been achieved, you're trying to hold on to me. Well, I'm still trying to get in between your lines and read you a bedtime story. I want to be like Lucifer, turn your yawns into be the star of your morning, turn your yawns into moanings, and clap you to the sounds of the morning birds chirping. I want to ride your donkey. Oh, I brought my own saddle. I want to smack it from the back and give it a little razzle dazzle. I want to put my kids on your nerves like, you little rascals. Oh, speaking of, Georgie wrote you a letter. Well, I can't find a note, but I remember what he wrote. It goes like, Dear Darla, I love being in your guts. You make me vomit. And it's my cum that fills all your holes. Love, these strokes.
See, Keynote's gonna tell you I'm just her co-host. But coming from the host with the most, baby, that was fire. Just like that shit I be smoking. Let's go.
Dear Dara. You got to love that king right there. I do. He inspired my pen in so many ways, guys. For real. Let's keep this show rolling, man. Let's get to it. Y'all already know. We about to close this thing on now. But before I even bring this queen up here, no, you know what? Never mind. I'm going to wait after she do her piece. And then I'm going to give a little church announcements. Then we're going to play the sneak peek. That's how we're going to do it. Yeah, let's do it. Cousin. You know you coming up after, you know you had to come up after the king. You know what it was gonna be like messing with our brother. You know that flow got stick. Never mind. How you liking the show?
I'm loving this show.
That's what I'm talking about. I had to clinch over here a little bit. I was like, little rascals.
Hey, what was you? Never mind. I ain't even finna ask.
You
We on
already know
air.
my
We gonna
pearls.
get cut. We gonna get cut.
My pearls. You know I was on my pearls.
Which one? Never mind. Again, we just
go
go keep going.
You know I like giving flowers. I'm a flower girl. Never mind. We
And
talk about
the flower,
later.
it's just keep coming. And there we go again. Look, okay, I'm sorry.
You know what I'm saying? That was she's never mind. Cousin, how we closing this thing out tonight?
Well, since he brought the devil in, I think I'm gonna go ahead and end it on Jesus.
I'm
I
trying to
feel
tell
like
you.
it's only right.
You got to. You got to come on in. You got to follow through. I knew you would. And I'm excited to hear this Jesus juice. Let's
I really feel like I should have went before him. But all right, guys, we're here now. Satan, we're gonna take your kingdom down. Satan, we're gonna take your kingdom down. You've been built in your kingdom all over this land. Satan, we're gonna take your kingdom down. Sundays ain't seeming so Sunday no more. Church doors swing open, and I hear more squeaking and less shouting, more begging and less believing, more dying and less testifying, and I can't help but wonder what happened to us. The church used to be the pillar of the community, but that was back when hymnals laid uncovered yet was still filled with his mercy and grace. A time when every church fan bore the face of MLK. ACs didn't matter because we could feel the fire burning way down in our souls. We didn't just go to church, we had church. Back when services wouldn't end without a good old fashioned Baptist fit, somebody's mama or auntie slain in the spirit. It didn't matter if they just laid you down or covered you up in white sheets. The presence of the Lord was here, wherever we were. Be it the grandest of cathedrals or a little old shack way out in the woods, for wherever two or more are gathered, he is in the midst. This is what I miss. I'm thinking back now, and I don't remember the last time I saw a choir dressed in robes. We don't even hear babies crying in the church house no more. Just old folks praying that the Lord saves their family souls. We become too good to lay our burdens down by the riverside. Replace the need for the love of God with pride, and now we get high off our own words, spreading the lies of the enemy to the masses. Supposed to go to Sunday school, but it seems we've been missing classes. Preachers always talk about church folk being too cute to praise. Well, I need a Mississippi Mass kind of praise. But these days, people be more concerned with their outfits and their shout fits than their offerings. Now, instead of being spiritually fed, we're just starving. But the bread of heaven ain't good enough. We take ounces of weed to get lifted, yet end up feeling lower than we were before. What we used to take to God in prayer, now we take drugs and despair. On that lean instead of leaning on his everlasting arms. We've stopped taking communion and started injecting ourselves with spirits. The power of Christ compels you, but not like that mojo do. Supposed to hold on to God's unchanging hands, but we're outside snuggled up next to liquor bottles and beer cans, and I just want to go back. Give me that old time religion. My soul longs for that old spirit of church, and my peace be still. I don't want my Jesus peace drenched in gold. I was just fine with that old rugged cross. See, these knees ain't too good to kneel. All I need is to touch the hem of his garment to heal me, rebuild me. I'm on a journey to show you power as these words are spoken through me. I'm not talking about the father of Tariq. I'm talking about my heavenly Father as we speak. These words are holy. No need for ghosts in this series. You don't have to be a fan of stars to hear me. Poetry is the vessel through which God saw fit to use me. So if you can use anything, Lord, fill me with your poetry. For you are the living words. That's why I'm out here giving words of how you allowed me to be a living testimony of your praise. That's why I stand here with my hands raised and I vow with every breath that I take to use my voice to keep your spirit awake.
Man, that piece just warmed up my whole inside. Got me thinking about Sunday morning grits and shit.
Joe, I know the piece that had me stuck. You heard me? I absolutely love how she ended the show. Y'all already know I'm about to get a sneak peek again. You know what I'm talking about? Because I did a little ding in the beginning of the show. But now we about to really get into it. Ebony, listen.
I have a problem. After 400 years of this institution of oppression, my generation actually believes we're free. Thinking because times have changed that racism couldn't be the same and these two factors couldn't possibly be equal. How they've been plotting birth certificates and social security numbers along markets. Valuing stock when it makes me nothing more than a function of why. Why would a country that cares nothing about us add value to this equation, giving us Section 8 food stamps and Medicaid? Why would they offer our children a lifetime of debt to attend a school that won't even teach us to maintain our own finances? Why am I working a job to be able to afford the gifts God gave us freely? Taking away my mother's rights to be signed over to a state that states that my state of mind is worth investing into. The coefficient of colors killed is a multiplier of fear perpetrating hate. Equality ain't equal. Multiplying the countless cases of my people being silenced, I stand tall on my words. Divided by the fact that the assimilation of my people makes me a whole American, I speak the absolute value of my truth, mixed with the improper fraction of me that acknowledges my heritage. Can't even trace a prime number of my origin. In the land that was made for you and me, I have been reduced to nothing, equivalent to non-existent. The derivative of my culture being deleted as seamless as the life of a Maya Braxton. Unable to prove this matrix has us, because now Generation X has found solace in sleeping, but I can't rest until my bloodline finds peace.
Woo, and don't ask me why I was stuck on the first album. Y'all hear how she coming. This second album is fin to be absolutely amazing, and I'm so glad I got my sneak peek already, because I'm going to be bumping it already. Folks going to be talking about who that is, and I'm like, don't worry about it, coming soon. You know what I'm saying? But for our church announcements, man, Saturday, make sure y'all tap in. Louisiana Lyricist Lounge with my brother, MBK, going to be hosting somebody this week. I've been sick, so I haven't seen the flyers. Central Saturdays, March 29th, man, right here in ATL. Start looking it up and getting your tickets now, because we're going to be litty in the city, baby. Believe that. But y'all already know my saying, and I'm going to try not to yell that thing because I be feeling it in my heart. Make sure that you wake up with gratitude so it shows in your attitude so you can reach those major altitudes. And guess what? We did it, baby. Another showdown. We out. Peace.
Yeah, man, so we made it to the end of another tremendously dope show. Y'all already know Keno's gonna be thanking y'all tomorrow with her little foo-foo praise dance. Y'all know that's what she praised everybody for tapping on in. You know I go to church too. Like, hey, man, we made it through another show, man, and I like to thank my damn self for being the host with the most, the mother sucker that I am. Yeah, you heard it. I was a bad mother sucker, and I'm out. Let's go.